Hospice is really all about community. It's about you and me coming together to provide support to our neighbors, our family, our friends, when they're facing end of life. It's always a surprising thing for people when they come to terms with the fact that we will all die at some point. So really, quality end of life care is important to everyone.
We knew my mom was palliative when partway through the chemo, there was different times that it really wasn't working. Her mobility was becoming more and more limited. My dad was terrified of hospitals, and my mom didn't want to go to the hospital at the end either. So it was a real blessing to be able to say, yeah, we can do this at home.
Approximately 90% of Canadians have said they would like to die at home. But 70% of people are actually dying in hospital settings. So we need to be thinking about how we can support our families so that they can have that end-of-life experience that they want.
There's been huge improvements in the way that we can intervene and ensure that people don't die in any kind of physical pain. I'm not so sure that we've got there around the emotional pain, the saying goodbye, the grief, the loss, the fear. And to me, that's part of the gap, a huge gap, I think, that hospice helps.
You look at how our society has changed so much. Families are scattered. So many people never have an opportunity to die at home anymore. They go to a hospital. So everything is removed. Children often aren't allowed in a hospital, so they don't get to be present and see changes that happen. We make everything very medicalized, and so much has been lost and so much has been forgotten.
Aside from the illness, there's a person in there. And there's a person in there with emotional needs beyond. So, I'm glad that we have all of these specialties. We're very fortunate in North America to have what we do have. But I think we've lost a bit of that holistic approach. And that's what I really enjoy about working in hospice. So sometimes it's financial needs. Sometimes it's spiritual needs. Sometimes there's a confusion about the medical system that we have to help intervene and advocate with. So it's kind of helping people, and again, looking at each person uniquely, how do we kind of help assess where people are? Do they have the information they need? And how do we help kind of pull those pieces together for them to make this less confusing?
When he needed a bed, that was right away. Through hospice, he had a bed. We had everything, all our needs were really met, and that was a huge blessing.
The magic of hospice, I think, is that we can blend professional care with volunteer care. Hospice is a registered charity, and we are completely funded by our community. Nova Scotians are very generous when a cause means something to them, and we feel very fortunate to be in the hearts of the people of our community.
And to take away the aloneness of grief, that this is not an experience that an individual or a family needs to experience alone, because aloneness is additional suffering. They're already suffering enough in the normal grieving process, but to put that aloneness on top of that, well, to me is just unforgivable.
And I really felt it when my mother-in-law passed away, was seeing the joy in the process, and the joy in the being able to stay at home, help them stay at home, and them being able to die surrounded by family and friends. There is joy in that.